Look, I'll do everything I can as a commentator to be professional and put my emotions to the side. But, you know, I've made no secret of it. You know, the Armstrongs were one of my favorite tag teams in the world, and one of my, you know, like probably my favorite tag team in Phoenix. They were amazing together. They achieved some great things together. And, like, it wasn't just a tag team, it was family. You know, the Armstrongs were family members, and you could see that every time they wrestled, they were there for each other. So for Butch Armstrong to turn around and betray Marion Armstrong to join the Resurgence, it was a shock to everyone and an unwelcome surprise. And there was nobody who was more shocked, and it was no bigger a surprise to anyone than it was to this the man that's about to make his entrance right here, Marion Armstrong. You know, if you disagree with your tag team partner, there's a number of different ways you can go about it. To betray him in the fashion that Butch did, it's just disgusting. I don't even need to say anything. Look into the eyes of Marion Armstrong right now. Look into the eyes of Marion Armstrong and look at the hurt and the pain and the emotional toll that this betrayal has done to Marion. Like, this is just... It's not something that any wrestler should ever have to deal with. But it's what Butch Armstrong has put Marion through, and whether it's because Alexander Dean got into Butch's head, whether it's because Bruiser or Balance got into Butch's head and Butch isn't thinking for himself, or whatever excuses you want to make for Butch Armstrong, at the end of the day, he betrayed his own flesh and blood, and Marion Armstrong is gonna make him pay. Marion Armstrong, I'm worried. I am worried about this match, because I don't think this is gonna be a wrestling contest, a technical affair. This is gonna be a personal grudge. It's gonna be it's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be ugly. And straight away Marion Armstrong with a cannonball, and you can see just straight away a pile driver. He's trying to end Butch's career, just like Butch did to Marion Armstrong. I mean, it almost feels wrong to even call him Butch Armstrong. I'm just going to call him Butch. You know, he's doing the smart thing. He's rolling to the outside, but, you know, he can't run, he can't hide. This is where Butch comes face to face with the consequences of his actions. And Marion Armstrong is going to make him pay. There is nothing. I mean, he can surround himself. All the fans, and Marion Armstrong will just launch himself at Butch. And he will use himself as a weapon, because as high risk as that is, that's how much this means to Marion Armstrong. He will use himself as a weapon to take out Butch and ensure that Butch regrets every second of the decision he made to betray Marion Armstrong. And, you know, I've said this earlier, sometimes emotion brings out the worst in a fighter. Sometimes it makes them make mistakes. Sometimes it makes them sloppy. But you can just see Marion Armstrong. He's just so... And Butch as well. Like, let's not pretend that Butch... There isn't a huge amount of emotion in this for Butch. And Butch, look, he'll put on a hard front and he'll act as though, yes, okay, I'm part of the Resurgence now. I'm here for me. I don't care about Marion. You don't go from, and Marion Armstrong, Uranagi onto the ring apron. The hardest part of the ring. Completely taking the wind out of Butch's sails. You know, but you see Butch begging, saying, we can team again. I think the time for that is long gone. But there is emotion in this for both men. And it's very difficult to see a fight like this where... Oh, no. Oh my God, a cannonball. straight into Butch, who was balanced not up against the turnbuckle pads, but the steel hard ring post. This isn't about pinning Butch 1, 2, 3. This is about revenge. This is about, you know, making him pay for what he's done. And dare I say, I've been hesitant to say it because Marion doesn't strike me as the sort of man who would do something like this, but this could potentially be about ending the career of Butch, because, you know, this is not the Butch Armstrong that Marion Armstrong grew to know. This is a completely different Butch Armstrong. Again, and I use the term Armstrong loosely, but that is his name at the end of the day, even if his actions don't reflect it. And just look at Butch now. Just Marion's trying to cover up, but you just can't cover up from those knees to the body and the back and the fists and everything. It's just, this is a fight that I was hoping I'd never ever see. Oh, and open-handed chop there by Butch. Again, every move that happens in this match is a move that I never thought I would ever see. I never thought I'd ever see Butch hitting any of these moves on Marion. I never thought Marion would ever be hitting cannonballs on Butch. But that's just where we're at right now. And Butch just full force throwing Marion Armstrong into the turnbuckle pads. And, you know, they need to be careful at the same time, because, I mean, both Butch and Marion are putting absolutely every single thing, full strength, into every single move they hit in this match, because that's how personal it is to both of these men. But, you know, they have to be careful not to gas themselves out, not to empty the tank too soon. But then again, you know, when a fight is this personal, it's almost like there is no gas tank. It's almost like there's unlimited energy on both sides, because they're just motivated, start to finish. Once the bell rings, they are motivated to do what needs to be done. And Butch pushes Marion into the rope and then straight into the back of Marion Armstrong. Again, I don't expect a huge amount of technical maneuvers in this fight. I expect to see more slams and punches and strikes and anything that dishes instant and hard. You know, punishment is the word that I can use for this. I mean, the crowd are really willing Marion on, and you know, again, Butch will act like he doesn't care, but this is an unfamiliar environment for Butch, because I don't remember a time ever in the history of Munster wrestling when the fans weren't fully behind Butch Armstrong, when the fans weren't rooting for him, cheering him on. To come out to the Kino, especially your own home, and have the fans turn around and say, well, Butch, you know, and to put it politely, you know, we don't want you to win. I won't repeat what they're saying throughout this match, because, you know, it's obviously a lot worse than that. But I mean, and you see now, look how he's reacting to these fans. He's a bit blown away. He's a bit shocked by this, because it's not what he's used to. I think he was ready for Marion Armstrong to hate him, but I think he overlooked the fact that, you know, this isn't just Marion Armstrong. This is everybody losing respect for Butch. You know, this is his colleagues. This is the fans. This is, you know, I'm not exaggerating. Like, Butch essentially sold his soul to the devil, which in this case is the Resurgence. But Marion Armstrong catches him. An exploder suplex, sending him across the ring. And even throughout this, you know, obviously Marion Armstrong is enjoying getting his revenge, but there's a part of him that's just, you can see it kind of hurts at the same time. It hurts to have to do this to a family member, but Marion Armstrong knows this is what he has to do. This is the only way. But Butch Armstrong with a German suplex, and Marion Armstrong rising straight back to his feet. The hurt, the pain, the betrayal just willing him on, and a German in return from Marion Armstrong. And now Butch Armstrong, he's rising to his feet, and the two of them are squaring off, German for German, blow for blow, forearm for forearm, strike for a strike. One thing I will say about this match is that it is unpredictable, because you do not know how far. I mean, well, the answer is, I mean, these men will go as far as they need to go to get the win here, but if both men are going that far, what's it going to take, really? Oh no. Butch Armstrong, oh, he's caught. And Marion Armstrong has him up on his shoulders. And Marion Armstrong, I was going to say you can put him away, but Marion Armstrong, he's worn out after all the punishment he's taken thus far in this match. He can't make a quick cover. But then again, does he even want to? That is the question. You know, even after he's pinned Butch 1, 2, 3, hasn't really been settled. Marion Armstrong has to feel as though he has dished out enough punishment in order for this to feel, you know, in order to feel right, in order to be able to move on from this, because this is not an easy thing to move on from. You know, this is not, you know, we're not talking about belts, we're not talking about titles here, and belts and titles are as prestigious as it gets, but this is a level above that again. This is, you know, and you see there by Marion, Marion, they're exchanging slaps now. Again, not punches, slaps, just disrespectful, hard, painful slaps. And chops as well. And Butch seems to be getting the upper hand with these chops. And Marion, oh, what? What that, I have to say, that was probably the loudest chop I have ever heard Marion Armstrong hit on anyone. That just shows all the strength that he is mustering together to dish out what he wants to dish out on the man that betrayed him. And Butch Armstrong, I mean, I think if you're Butch Armstrong, you just want to end this. At the same time, like, for Marion, it's about revenge, it's about putting away somebody who wronged him. But I mean, for Butch Armstrong, he wants to get the win. He wants to prove this entire time that he was the better Armstrong, that he was the one carrying this team. You know, whether that's true or not, personally, I'll disagree. I believe they were both excellent as a team, but Butch obviously feels differently. But if that's how he feels, he has to beat Marion here. This is about getting a win for Butch, whereas for Marion, this isn't about wins or losses. This isn't about the win-loss record. You know, this is about revenge. And a German from Butch. Oh, and an STO, and this could be it. Oh, Marion Armstrong kicks out! And Butch Armstrong, we've seen him put away the likes of Alexander Dean before with that move. But Marion Armstrong kicked out. Oh, I was wondering what the reaction was for, and I don't know why I'm surprised. I really don't know why I'm surprised. Alexander Dean, balance, bruiser, the resurgence. I mean, this. You know, it's the last thing Marion Armstrong needs right now. This is the numbers game, the numbers advantage. And oh, a pile driver by Marion Armstrong. Oh, this could be it. Butch could be out. Oh, and here, of course, the resurgence have pulled Foxy out of the ring. And there goes Marion Armstrong's win. There goes Marion Armstrong's revenge. Oh, like a pack of wolves. Like a pack of wolves. Alexander Dean up on the apron. Marion knocks him off. But this, you hate to see this. I mean, this is why so many people have issues with the resurgence. And Butch Armstrong has a steel chair. He swings, he misses, and Marion Armstrong putting the chair straight into the head of Butch Armstrong. And he goes for the cover. Butch is out. Butch is out. You can count to 100. Butch is out. That's a win for Marion Armstrong. But Foxy is out. Because the resurgence have taken him out of the ring. They've attacked an official. And they're making sure that he doesn't get back up there, holding him down. What's Marion going for here? Oh no. Oh, Marion. Look, I understand he wants revenge. I understand he wants... Oh! Marion, he's getting distracted by a resurgence. Butch is back to his feet, and Butch, with a strike, completely knocking Marion Armstrong off his feet. And he puts the chair down. What's he going for here? Oh, no way, no way, no way, no way. Oh, STO onto the chair.
Get in there.
And Marion Armstrong is down for the count, it looks like. Butch Armstrong goes for the pin. And that's it. I don't know. I mean, I don't need to say anything. The actions, you know, the pictures speak louder than words, as they say. The Resurgence had to get involved. But it's one of those fights where, you know, regardless of who wins or loses this match, you know, I think the real story coming out of it is that the Resurgence are going to be a huge problem. We've seen Alexander Dean win his match earlier on today. We've seen Bruiser and Balance win their match earlier on today. And Marion Armstrong. Oh, no. Oh! And there's Bedlam and Jay Money. Thank God. Thank God. I did not want to see where that was heading. And Dan O'Byrne's as well is in the ring. I did not want to see where that was heading. 4-on-1. Marion Armstrong stood defiant. He was fearless. But you do not want to see the Resurgence. You do not want to see them in a 4-on-1 scenario with anyone. So thank God, and fair play to Bedlam, Jay Money and Dan O'Byrne for making the save. Who knows how much damage they could have possibly prevented there with that
You see the numbers game now, do ya? You see the fucking numbers game now? We see you in Limerick, 4-on-4. I called Cork home for a long, long time. And the last time I was here, I was the Messiah.
Oh. Throwing a chair in at Jay Money.
You're not the Messiah anymore, Burns. You're just a very naughty boy.
Well, on that note, thank you very much for joining us at Phoenix Wrestling. He's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty boy. And we'll see you at the next one for Bedlam's Birthday Bash.